I have just one baby in here, but it looks like I have three actually. You can see the sides. This stomach is huge, guys, and it's hereditary apparently, because my mom says that's how her stomach always looks when she's pregnant. Like, I had people asking me from, say, 6 months, or not even up to 6 months, that, oh, when you are due to give birth and stuff like that. And I'm like, you people are not serious. I have a long way to go. Hi loves, welcome back to my channel. My name is Uche of The Evolving Woman. If you're just finding this channel, on this channel we'll talk about fashion, entrepreneurship, we'll talk about motherhood, we'll talk about corporate lifestyle, and all the stuff in between. So I am pregnant with baby number 2, and today we are going to talk about how I avoided, or how I was able to avoid having stretch marks throughout this pregnancy. Now, I am not a fan of organic products. No disrespect to people that make organic products and all that stuff, but personally I am not a fan, and I try as much as possible not to use those products. So these are going to be like everyday things that I did, or that I used, to prevent having stretch marks on my stomach. Now, the very first thing to note is that my stomach is huge. I have just one baby in here, but it looks like I have three actually. You can see the sides. This stomach is huge, guys, and it's hereditary apparently, because my mom says that's how her stomach always looks when she's pregnant. Like, I had people asking me from, say, 6 months, or not even up to 6 months, that, oh, when you are due to give birth and stuff like that. And I'm like, you people are not serious. I have a long way to go. So naturally, considering the size of my body with the size of my stomach, it's actually expected that I would have stretch marks or some sort of issues with my skin, because the stretching is actually a lot. And considering that it's not like I have a big stomach on a normal day, I think my stomach is just normal. So I'm going to share the things that I did that I think helped me. Maybe I have good skin, I can't tell. Maybe God just decided to bless me, but on my own part, these are the things, the efforts that I put in, that I think helped to prevent stretch mark. The major things that will cause you to have stretch mark is when you scratch your stomach a lot. Now, when you're pregnant and your stomach is expanding, there is the very high tendency for it to itch. But something I try as much as possible not to do is to not scratch. And another thing I noticed that triggers itching for during pregnancy is when you wear like fitted dresses, things that they might not be tight, but as far as the fabric is against your skin and stuff like that, those things tend to make my stomach itch. So throughout this pregnancy, I kind of avoided them. I was always wearing like free dresses, flare dresses, things that will not put so much pressure on my stomach. And when I would wear fitted dresses, I try as much as possible not to wear them for long. Like something you just wear within a short period of time and then you take it off. Because I noticed that once I wear fitted dresses and it's staying a while, my stomach is already itching. I don't know if it's drying out the skin or that the reaction of the fabric and the skin. I really can't explain why that happens, but it is something I noticed. So you will try to look out for that if you're currently pregnant. So another thing I did, something else that helped me, was I was actually really intentional about moisturizing my stomach. Like, I moisturize this baby every day. Every time I get the chance to. Like, my hand lotion in my bag, whenever I feel any little itchiness at work, I'm going to the restroom to go and moisturize my stomach, because ain't nobody about to stress me. The itching is not even very pleasant for me, so I try as much as possible to avoid it. But for products I used on my stomach, I'm going to start with this glycerin and rose water. This guy has a very high moisturizing property. I think because of the glycerin, it retains moisture for a very long time. I'm not such a fan of this, but I did use it on some days. I'm not a fan because sometimes it leaves this slimy feeling for me. You know, when something is overly moisturized and it doesn't dry out easily, so if you still touch your stomach after a while, it's still feeling that way. I really did not enjoy that feeling. So normally, if I ever have to use this, or if I ever feel the need, like this weather is too dry or I'm going to be out for too long, that is when I use this. And after using this, I don't stop there. When I use this, I go in then again with my palm kernel oil. This baby right here is my bestie throughout this pregnancy, because I was using it for my face, for my knee, for my stomach. As you can see, it's almost finished, though I do have a refill that I can top up. But then again, I use this first, then use this on some days. On some other days, I would use my Cetaphil moisturizing lotion. Cetaphil has very high moisturizing properties, at least for body. I don't use it for my face at all. So I use this on my stomach, but whenever I use this, I would either mix it with this one, or I would mix it with coconut oil. Now, I found out that it was during this pregnancy, I actually found out that coconut oil doesn't do shit for me. It doesn't do anything. It's not so moisturizing at all. So it's either I'm mixing, if I have to use coconut oil at all, I must mix it with this, and then, or mix it with this. And after I apply this, I always still go in with my shea butter. This is my carrot shea butter, this Tokyo product. It's just whipped shea butter with some scent, kind of. So I always go in with it. Like when I use this one now, mixed with the oil, whatever oil of choice I'm using, I don't just stop there. After I apply this, then I go over it with this. And I try to apply when the stomach is not so dry. So I always dampen my stomach first. Even when I'm at work and I want to moisturize, maybe I'm feeling a bit dry on my stomach and I want to apply my hand lotion, which I have in my bag, I would always just use my wet hands to rub my stomach first, so it just has a little bit of moisture before I apply the scrub, before I apply the lotion, sorry. Now, something else I did was using this Dr. Teal's Shea Sugar Scrub. This actually is quite moisturizing for me. It's quite, not very, it's quite moisturizing for me. But I've stopped using it for a while now, because I noticed recently, very recently, that when I use this scrub on my stomach, I start seeing those vein lines, like I'm stressing my stomach out. Maybe it's not pleasant, or it's not, I don't know. I can't explain. I'm not a skincare expert, but I just noticed that using this scrub on my stomach is giving me like vein lines, though after once I moisturize and everything, the lines disappear and stuff like that. But I just thought that probably this is too strong for me now, considering how huge my bump is. But as at second trimester thereabout, I was using this guy a lot. Like I've used it a whole lot, and it's mainly my stomach I was using it for. It's not like I was using it to scrub my whole body for me to have gone this far. So it also took me a while to get this, because I did not want any organic scrub or any lightening toning scrub. I didn't want anything like that. I just wanted something that would exfoliate dead skin and leave me feeling soft and supple. So that's why I'm not so bothered about the fact that this is not very moisturizing, but it did do the work for the time that it did until I stopped. So I think for people that don't have this huge bump going on, they should be able to use this and use it comfortably without issues. That's basically all I use though. That's basically it. Finish. Just try as much as possible to keep your stomach very moisturized, and try to wear very free clothes. It's going to help a lot. Then when you feel itchy, try as much as possible not to scratch, because when you scratch, I feel like you put a lot of tension on your stomach, and that makes the skin to start bringing out those stretch marks and stuff. Something else that I did during this pregnancy was to try and be intentional about my skincare. As you can see, I'm not breaking out anything, though my neck is beginning to get dark, and that's probably because labor, I'm in the 3rd trimester, is expected. But I know for my first baby, as at this time, I was already very dark. Both my face and my neck, everywhere was already very dark. But for this one, I was very intentional about my skincare. I'm not a skincare expert, so I wouldn't be sharing the products I used, so nobody will go and copy me and say Uche used this and it worked for her. You have to talk to your skincare person, skincare expert, so they recommend products that work for your specific skin for you. But I was very intentional about maintaining my skin, exfoliating as much as possible. And what that did for me was I didn't really encounter any breakouts, neither did I encounter any dry patch. The only place that was dry for me was always my lip, which was why I ordered this Arami lip scrub, and it's most recently I ordered it, and I've seen a very big difference since I started using this guy. So that's just basically what I did. I know this video is not long, and I'm thankful that that's just to show you that I didn't do a lot. It's just the little things, but you have to be consistent with it, and you have to be intentional. And I hope that on the day of the delivery, we hear the voice of the mother and we hear the voice of the baby. I wish myself a safe delivery, and I wish whoever has the courage to click on this video and watch a safe delivery, because you're definitely pregnant, which is why you're watching this video. So guys, I'll see you in my next video. Please don't forget to give this a thumbs up. If you're interested in more pregnancy content, motherhood, then definitely subscribe to my channel, because I have a lot more coming for you guys. So guys, I feel like I say so guys a lot. Anyways, I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Until next time guys, bye bye.